Chuck Canterbury is the president of the National Fraternal Order of Police. Chuck, welcome. Good to have you with us tonight.
Thanks, Martha.
So what's your reaction to what you hear Hillary Clinton speaking out about this and Governor Walker as well?
Well, I think that in the last year and a half, or actually since Ferguson, there's been a lot of rhetoric that has been spewed in social media and all over, and these campaigns are no different. But I think tonight Mr. Trump's going to talk about the issues that we've been talking about for a long time, and it's poverty and the fact that America's police are being asked to do things that we're not trained to do, not capable of doing, and shouldn't be doing, such as mental health counseling. And we need to get back to the community-oriented policing that worked in the 90s. We need to stop zero-tolerance policies. We need to stop aggressive police tactics. We just need to police our neighborhoods like we used to.
It's so interesting what you're saying. I remember the police chief, Brown, in Dallas, talking about exactly what you're saying. He said, you know, we can only do our job. We can't also be essentially the parents for everybody in this community. And we heard very similar things in Milwaukee. I think there's a need in this country to get into these neighborhoods and to speak this language, perhaps. And it's difficult to do, and it requires bringing people together in a way that we really haven't seen yet. Do you believe Donald Trump is up to this task tonight, and what do you think the reaction is going to be in Milwaukee?
Well, we've discussed this issue with Mr. Trump, and I think that the boardroom-style president that he would be, he knows how to interact with the people. But we already know how to do that in the law enforcement community. But with severe staffing shortages around the country, the fact that we go from call to call to call without the capabilities of the equipment and the staffing levels, we're at a dangerous time in this country. We're 100,000 police officers short of where we were 10 years ago. With the spike in crime, and especially violent crime in this country, we're going to have to put resources into these neighborhoods and other neighborhoods where they've been socioeconomically depressed for years, and law enforcement is the only form of government they ever see.
People have criticized President Obama for not doing enough to bring the two sides together, for not spending enough time in the inner city where, in many cases, black-on-black crime is the number that is the highest in terms of how people are losing their lives in the streets. What do you think about that?
Well, take, for instance, the city of Chicago, where black-on-black crime is occurring every night, and they pick one or two incidents in the Chicago Police Department and try to paint the entire department as being systemically racist. It's just absolutely not true. They have a heavy minority population in the police department, and trying to say that the department is systemically racist is very premature. And nobody wants to address, and especially the mayor of Chicago doesn't want to address the problem that they're having on the south side of Chicago with black-on-black crime.
Yeah. We got to be realistic about this if you really want to help people on both sides. So thank you very much, Chuck Canterbury. Good to have you with us tonight.
Thank you, Martha.